Acropolis Adventure. Dimitri the Greek. You must be Brady. Surprised, Brady stopped and looked around the cafe. Over here, young man, the voice continued. Are you Dimitri? Brady asked. Yes, he answered. Dimitri's head was completely bald and tanned by years in the sun. His eyes were bright and welcoming. Even though the man was sitting down, Brady could tell he was tall. Brady was on vacation with his parents in Greece. They had arranged for him to meet Dimitri, an old family friend. While they went to the Athens National Museum. So, you know my dad? Brady asked. Yes, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have about Greece. Well, I don't have many questions, Brady answered with a shrug of his shoulders. All this ancient history and learning about other countries is kind of boring. Dimitri boomed. This is one of the most exciting cities in the world. We'll see about that, said Brady, not really interested. Winding around the Acropolis, Dimitri and Brady left the cafe. The pair walked toward the steps inside it. Hill called the Acropolis, which is Greece's most famous landmark. What are we doing here? Brady protested. Instead of answering, Dimitri led Brady toward a stone tower off to their left. It was a 2-story high marble tower with 8 sides. At the top of each of the 8 flat sides was a curved figure. Brady, tell me what you see, Dimitri said, pointed to the tower. I guess I see a tower, Brady answered. That's up voice. Dimitri smiled. Look closer and tell me what you see. Brady shaded his eyes and focused. He noticed several small metal rocks rusted with age. They poked out from the flat inside of the tower at odd angles. Each rod rose out from one of the curved figures. Dimitri, what are those rods for? Brady asked. This landmark is called the Tower of the Winds. Brady, look more closely at the carving. You see the straight lines cutting through the curved figures. Yes, Brady answered. Do you know what a sundial is? Dimitri asked. Yeah, Brady answered. It tells time by the shadow created by the sun, right? Yes, this tower does indeed tell time, but it's also a calendar, said Dimitri. I don't understand, Brady said. It's quite brilliant, really. Dimitri continued. The sun changes position in the sky throughout the year. When hit by the shadow cast by the rod, the lions inform the citizens of Athens of the exact time of day. They also revealed the exact time of year. That's kind of cool, Brady answered. Speaking of time, we better get moving. We have much to see, said Dimitri, discovering the theater. Dimitri and Brady soon rejoined the crowds walked around the Acropolis. Suddenly, Brady gasped, "Wow, what's that?" Stretching up toward the Acropolis stood row after row of stone benches. The benches brightly reflected the midday sun. "Brady, do you love movies?" "Yeah, of course," Brady answered. Our idea of drama and comedy began here with Greek theater. Brady tried to picture the stone theater filled with people. The actors must have struggled to have their lines heard by those seated in very top rows. Dimitri, Brady asked, "Did they have microphones back then?" "Brady, it was 400 BC. Dimitri laughed. "There were no microphones. Then, how could people watching from the top rows hear the actors on stage?" "It was based on mathematics," Dimitri explained. "The theater was divided into 3 equal sections. There was a lower, middle, and upper section. Each section of the theater was tilted at a slightly higher angle than the level below it. This created by a bow that trapped the sound from the stage. No matter where you sat, the sound was the same. I can't believe things like this could have been built so long ago," said Brady. "Well, my friend, just wait. We still have the Acropolis to visit," Dimitri said, climbing to the top. "Dimitri, I don't know what the big deal is," Brady said. "We've walked all his way to see the Acropolis. But all it looks like is a bunch of broken rocks. Brady, my young friend, be patient," Dimitri said. "You need to pay more attention to the little details of life. This is an important lesson for you to learn." Sure enough, after reaching the top, Brady's jaw dropped open at the sight before him. On the highest point of the Acropolis hill stood a stone temple with massive columns of marble. It was as big as a modern football stadium, and it was decorated with curved figures. The entire building seemed to glow in the late afternoon light. Brady's thoughts spun as he pictured this temple being built by ancient people. So was it worth the climb? Dimitri asked playfully. "Yes, it's awesome," Brady said. As the sun began to set, Brady thought about everything he'd seen. "You are right, Dimitri. I need to pay more attention to the details of life. I would have missed many of these sights if I had been by myself. Thank you for opening my eyes." "You don't need to thank me, my friend," Dimitri answered. He put a hand on Brady's shoulder and joined him in admiring the sunset, the fading light. Brady thought to himself that he would leave Greece a different person than he was when he arrived.